Hey everybody, just taking a moment while my two gouramis are right next to each other to try to get a little idea of scale. A lot of people are familiar with the common three-spot gouramis. You'll see the gold gourami, the blue gourami, opaline gouramis. In this case I have a lavender gourami, and that is the one you can see up there near the top. And then that much larger one we just saw dart to the back of the tank is my snakeskin gourami. And the snakeskin gouramis get about 10 inches compared to the three-spot gouramis, which get about, I'm going to say 4 to 5 inches tops. Now this is a female, so mine's a little bit smaller than the males might get, but not by a lot. I've never really noticed much in the way of size difference between the males and the females. So the way you identify a male or a female with the three spots, if you look at the dorsal fin on this one, you will notice how sort of rounded and teardrop that trailing edge of the dorsal fin is. That indicates that it is a female. And the anal fin, likewise, is sort of rounded and sort of tapers up towards the caudal fin or the tail fin. A male will have a very sort of elongated and pointed anal fin, and will also have a very sort of elongated and pointed dorsal fin. Other species of gourami, such as the snakeskin there, I'm not entirely sure if those same adaptations apply. I know that with the moonlight gouramis, that is not a good way to tell whether they're male or female. You can't go by whether the fins are pointy or teardropped. As far as I can tell, they're all teardropped with the moonlight gouramis. So that's a pretty good look at them. Fairly close together. Of course, the larger one is further away by about 6 inches in the tank, and so it actually is making it seem as though it's even smaller by comparison. But that snakeskin in there is a fairly significant size gourami now. The snakeskin gourami is definitely one that I recommend if you've got space for it. They get fairly large, but they are very docile and absolutely stunning fish. Great personalities, but they're not flashy. I will grant you that. You've got to have an eye for more subdued coloration and a much more subtle presence in the tank, although when you get a big 10-inch fish in the tank like that, it's hard to think of it as subtle. Now, having said that, it's in a tank with those beautiful albino rainbow fish, and I've got that gigantic angelfish right there. So that does make that huge snakeskin gourami seem kind of subtle by comparison. But they're great fish if you're not worried about bright flashy colors. I know if you want to get a 10-inch fish, you could get an Oscar or some other type of fish that has a lot of really vibrant colors on it. But I still think the snakeskin gourami is a great community fish. It's one of my favorites. So that's just a little look at the comparison in size between the three-spot, which is the lavender I have in this tank, and the snakeskin gourami. Now that snakeskin gourami is only a few years old, maybe 4 years old now, so it will get bigger. They do continue to grow throughout their entire lives. Fish are indeterminate growth growers, so they will all continue to grow throughout their lives, but their growth rate slows down dramatically as they age. Their rapid growth happens very early in life, and as they get older they slow down. So that gourami, both of those gouramis actually are pretty much full grown. We're not going to see too much more growth out of them, but they will get a little bit bigger as they age. So there you go. Alright everybody, thanks for watching that. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed, check the boxes, all that good stuff. You know the routine by now. So thanks for watching this one, and I will see you real soon on the next one. Get a final appearance from my not gourami. That is a Tenopoma acutirostra, and it is closely related to the gouramis, but it is not actually a gourami, but it is an anabantoid. So on that note, I'm going to say thanks again for watching. Make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one.